and welcome back, Masters and Princesses. I hope you are doing well today. Here we are. We are done with the Scoop EP. It was a good run. I am excited to think about what I'm going to jump into next, but I won't give that away yet because we're going to take a small miniature break. We are going to dive into the final documentary series with Miku Kobato. I am excited about this. It is a 4-part series. Apparently, I didn't realize. I was listening to people talk in my Discord and they were like, NittPicc still hasn't done the Miku documentaries. I was like, oh, I guess it's time to dive in. We've got 3 parts to go, right? And then somebody was like, 4. And I was like, just kidding. So I'm excited to get into this. We will be starting with part 1 today, and we'll be doing the next 3 over the next course of 3 weekends. So like and subscribe, share as you wish. Discord, Patreon. We're checking out the Zen instrumental and all the liner notes over on Patreon. It is a 2-hour video. If you have nothing better to do or you need a video to sleep to, that'll be the video. But anyway, I'm excited to get into this. So let's jump right in.
Breaking new gate.
We are in Kumamoto, a city located in the prefecture with the same name on the island of Kyushu. This is where Kobato Miku was born a few decades ago. Her parents were a remarried couple, and she has a half-brother who's 11 years older from her father's previous marriage. As you could imagine, she was a very active child, much to the dismay of her parents, who struggled to keep an eye on her, as she was the kind of child who snuck out of her house to play or run all around as soon as she was taken to large open spaces.
Well,
she loved to play with boys at games like Chanbara, which is basically sword fighting for kids, or catch insects in the summer, but those little trips and games cost Miku a lot of bumps and bruises.
Yep.
Miku was introduced into music very early by her grandmother, who went to an enka karaoke class. When she was around 7 or 8, Miku fell in love with music and singing as she followed her grandmother to local public hall gatherings. At this time, Miku only knew enka, so that's all she sang. The first song she learned was Jindo Monogatari by Yoshimi Tendo.
Okay. Hey, I like it.
Her mother was worried that Miku would only be interested in enka, so she asked her to listen to other musical genres and offered her a CD of the idol band Morning Musume. And so, with time, Miku came to experience and listen to more and more different kinds of music.
Where I feel like I've been told about this and I just completely forgot. I want to figure out who these ladies are too, but I actually like the other music as well. I really do like everything. And if I even don't like something, I still will give it multiple chances before I choose to not like it. But I feel like it's a choice if I don't like something. So I always try and learn how to like something. But this, yeah, okay.
High school, Miku was in the broadcasting club.
Oh.
Of course she was. This is the club responsible for those announcements that you hear in the school from time to time, like morning or lunch break news. Back then, Miku's friends were really into bands and took her to live performances of smaller amateur groups covering popular songs. Miku was not that interested in the bands, but this experience made her look into more bands to listen to. During her research, she came across Tokyo Jihen, a Japanese rock band formed around the popular singer Sheena Ringo.
Sheena. I have goosebumps.
Miku was stunned by their sound and finally found the music that she wanted to do. It was also during this time that Miku's parents got divorced and her father totally disappeared from her life. From then on, she had to live with her grandmother. It was a hard time for her and her family, but she tried to find a proper high school and think about her future. No time to think about making music for a living, even though this idea was starting to grow in her mind.
That's so sad. I had no idea. Like, not even one inkling. Like, I won't say too much, but it's one of those things where any family that has experienced divorce, I don't know what that's like, but I can't imagine, but I can only imagine how difficult that would be to watch the two people you love a lot that brought you into this world and the people that are supposed to, I guess, love you unconditionally. They split up and you love them both, but then like having to go live with your grandmother. I wonder, I mean, it's none of my business, but I wonder why she couldn't live with her mom. That's, or at least, well, I don't know. It's neither here nor there, but I feel for her. I had no idea. So I imagine that being a very difficult time in her life. Pobrecita.
She was at university. Miku missed a lot of classes because she was working part-time to earn enough money to participate in multiple auditions in Tokyo. The problem was, she never told her mother about all her travels to the big city. And the more Miku went to Tokyo, the more she wanted to live there. So, in October 2010, on her birthday, Miku presented her I Want to Live in Tokyo plan to her mother to try and reassure her. This plan was basically to find enough part-time work to pay for her life there, along with vocal training. Miku knew that living in a big city like Tokyo would cost a lot, so she took as many jobs as she could. At one point, she had 3 different jobs, leaving her with just a few hours of sleep per day. She was willing to do anything to realize her dream. One of her jobs was at a maid cafe in Kumamoto. This is the kind of job that fit her perfectly, as she was very interested in customer service, loved to talk to people, and loved the idea of wearing a cute outfit at work. This particular maid cafe only lasted 6 months, until December 31st, 2010. It's hard for this kind of business to last in local cities like Kumamoto because of the lack of new customers daily. With nothing holding her back in Kumamoto and enough money from all her hard work, Miku quit university and moved to Tokyo to start a new life pursuing her dream of becoming a singer.
So she has hustle. She's about that hustle. I get it. I understand. I've always said that I see myself in a lot in all the members of the band. It's natural, I think, to feel that connection because it's a human thing. There are a lot of people that are out there that have share similar values, similar drive and everything. But I get what Miku I get what she feels like when it comes to like doing the thing that you want to do, no matter what it takes. And I get that. Granted, I did go through university, but that was my goal. I wanted to be the first person in my family to get a degree. And then as soon as I got my first one, I wanted to be the first person in my family to have a master's degree. And then once I got that master's degree, I was like, I want to be the first person in my family to get 3 degrees. So I understand that drive.
Now that she was living in Tokyo, Miku easily found a part-time job as she had already a lot of experience from her life in Kumamoto. Miku discovered the concept of Maid Cafe in her hometown, so she thought that it would be a good idea to try and work in a maid cafe in Akihabara, the place where maid cafes are the most popular in Japan. She started to work at the At-Home Cafe in May 2011 under the name Himawari, which means sunflower. This maid cafe was way bigger than the one in Kumamoto, and this one held performances and events where Miku could work on her singing regularly. It was a great experience for her, as she learned a lot about human relations, handling different types of people, and even calming down angry customers arguing with each other. After all, Miku wanted to do everything to make everyone happy. She also learned a lot from overseas customers and how they perceive maid cafes as a part of the Japanese culture. Miku worked almost a year for At-Home Cafe, but quit in January 2012. She had a ceremony celebrating her time working there, and there was a lot of messages from regulars and overseas customers. She even wrote a moving message on the blog of the maid cafe.
なんかやっと卒業したんだなって実感湧いてきました。なんかじわじわ来るね。イベントにも参加させてもらったり、歌プロにも出させてもらったり、プロマイドを撮ったり、撮影会したり、錬金だったり、振り返ってみたらいろいろしたな。自分がイベントするなんか思ってもなかったけど、まさか卒業するとはね。書き損ねたんですが、スーツで来てくれたご主人様、ありがとうございました。私得でした。あと素敵なお花もありがとう。あとチェキの受け取りがまだの方、なるべく早くお絵かきしてドンキに持っていきますので、後日ドンキへお願いします。ごめんなさい。いろんなことがあったりしたけど、やっぱり私はアットホームが大好きです。8ヶ月間で出会ったご主人様やお嬢様、メイドさんを絶対に忘れません。アット中だった私が全く秋葉原に行かなくなるなんて到底無理な話なので、きっとまたお会いすることもあるかもしれません。もしまたどこかで私を見かけたらよろしくお願いします。私にとってこれからがスタートだと思ってます。みんながくれた気持ちを胸に頑張っていきたいと思います。さよならはしないです。ありがとうございました。頑張ります。ひまわり。
The reason why
The fact that who'd have known, no one would have known that they would have seen her on a stage now and for a really, really long time. Crazy.
she left was because she'd won the Super Idol audition on December 9th, 2011.
Oh.
This competition started in the summer of 2011 with 2,600 applicants. Their goal was to create a 3-member idol band with the votes of the fans. The Super Idol audition was also broadcast on MXTV on December 30th, 2011.
ありがとうございます。野口美香です。すごい、とにかく今頭の中真っ白なんですけど、すごい嬉しいです。今後ユニットとして3人で 頑張っていきたいと思いますので、まだまだ未熟なところとかいっぱいあると思うんですけど、一緒に応援していただけたらなと思います。私は熊本から出てきたんですけど、すごい親にもいい報告ができて、アルバイト先のこのメイドさんをしてるんですけど、常連さんも見に来てくれて、いい報告ができることがすごく嬉しいです。これから頑張っていきます。ありがとうございました。
This contest allowed Miku to join an underground idol band, or Chika idol in Japanese, named Lil Kumin 3 months later, in March 2012. An underground idol band works with a minor label and will only perform in very small areas or events. It's well known that very few underground idol bands can become bigger and join a major label, so the chances for Lil Kumin to get bigger were really small. No pun intended. The name of the band came from the very short height of the 3 members, and that the birth flower of December 9th, when the result of the audition was announced, was Kumin. Lil Kumin was active until April 13th, 2013, when they announced they had disbanded during a one-man concert in Shinjuku Orebako due to Miku and another member quitting the band. About a month after the release of the 3rd single called Super Trooper, and their first one-man concert in the same venue. In the end, Lil Kumin released 3 singles and performed about 100 shows during a year of activities. In an interview, Miku confirmed that it was not her thing to sing cute idol songs. She didn't hate it, but it was too different from the music she wanted to sing. Back to square one for Miku, who
This is that's so crazy. The thing is, it doesn't seem odd, but the badassery that she has now it just seems right, I guess. So it's interesting to see that. But good for her for choosing the path or choosing what she wanted versus just sticking with it even if she wasn't happy, because I feel like it's common for a lot of people to stick with something even if they're very unhappy with it, because change is not easy, change is hard, and going into things in the unknown is scary, and fear is usually a factor for people for us to not change, right? But good for her.
decided to send her resume to Platinum Passport, explaining the kind of music she wanted to do. The company reached back to Miku and scheduled a meeting to talk about her project. Let's imagine an abbreviated form of this conversation.
はじめまして、小鳩ミクと言います。出身は熊本です。地元と秋葉原のメイドカフェで働いていました。オーディションに受かってアイドルグループで活動していたんですが、アイドルではなく歌手になりたくて1年ほどで辞めさせていただきました。自分のやりたい音楽性とは違うなって気づいたんです。
バンドとかには興味ないの？
バンドは好きだし、東京事変さんにも憧れています。それに可愛い音楽よりもかっこいい音楽がやりたいです。
小鳩はいろいろなバンドを調べて聴いているときに東京事変に出会って恋に落ちた。バンドメイド日本のエピソードで群青日和が人生を変えたとまで言っている。この瞬間から小鳩はかっこいい音楽のバンドを聴くようになり、バンドを組むという考えが頭に浮かぶようになった。もしこの曲がなかったら小鳩はバンドを組むことなど思いつかず、バンドメイドは存在すらしなかっただろ
あ、でもメイドも好きです。
う。メイドとバンドを合わせたら面白いね。
じゃあ混ぜちゃいましょう。
On May 29th, 2013, Platinum Passport posted an audition announcement for anyone who wanted to join a new rock band performing with maid outfits. They also presented the first version of Band-Maid's logo. In this post, It was specified. They were looking for women between the ages of 15 and 24 who can play guitar, bass, drums, and keyboards while wearing a maid outfit. They also clarified that the applicants must not be currently under contract with a production company or record label and must not be planning to debut as a professional. Miku was actively looking for potential members herself and found a young musician posting guitar covers on YouTube and Nico Nico. The name of this guitarist was Konami. Miku contacted Konami through the talent agency to present her project. Konami was pretty excited to join Band-Maid, and the maid outfit was definitely not an issue for her. The next one was Akane on drums.
It's all coming together.
And with that, Akane asked Misa to join her new band.
もらってでベースもいないってなってたのでその時私専門学校音楽の専門学校行ってたんですけどで一緒の学校だったベースのミサを誘って
Misa's band had just ended their activity, so the timing was perfect for her as she wanted to continue playing bass. Band-Maid, originally consisting of 4 members, was ready for its debut. They started rehearsals, but after about a month, felt that something wasn't quite right. Miku's voice alone didn't fit with this kind of music, and she didn't want to relive what happened with Little Kumin, so the idea of bringing in another vocalist to contrast with Miku's voice was raised. A new audition was conducted, inviting everyone managed by the agency who could fit with this project. Band-Maid members and management found the profile of a recently scouted young singer to whom they proposed to audition. She was a model, dancer, singer who came to Tokyo to realize her dream of becoming a professional singer. And her name was Psyche. With their newfound experience gained while recruiting the
My
other
face
members,
hurts from smiling
the
too
management knew that they shouldn't talk about the maid outfit to Psyche if they wanted her to come to the audition. So, they didn't.
どう思ったメイドの格好でみたいなのは
メイドですって言われなくて
言わなかったんです
今までのこの反応を見てクルッコは学習したみたいで
なるほどなるほど
さいちゃんには言わないで誘おうと思って
可愛い服なんだけどって言われて
ちょっと可愛い服でかっこいい曲のバンドをやるんだけど
で曲だけ聴いてたんでじゃあまあやってみたいですかねみたいな
感じで
のでこれはみたいな今はこれないんですけどエプロン
エプロン
最初あってエプロンってなって走ってつけない
From this
That's, it's that part of the story always kind of makes me giggle a little bit because I get it. A part of look, it's a difficult balance because if someone told me I had to join a band and play like hardcore rock music, I would be like, yeah, count me in. And they told me I have to wear a maid costume. I'd be like, but we're playing hard rock, right? And they're like, yeah. And I go, all right, maid costume, hard rock, I'm okay with it. If you told me, though, if we were being like in a pop group, idol group, I'd probably be like, I don't know how I feel about that. So it's a little different. The only thing about it, though, with my brain is like the costumes, the outfits, the battle armor that they have now, they're catered to their wants and needs of how they like to look. And dude, as much as I love like Miku and Konami's outfit I love them so much, but I love the other battle armor too, just because they're not as maid-esque and it's cool. I like both. It doesn't matter.
crazy idea of mixing cute outfits with hard rock music, 4 talented young ladies joined Miku to form an impossible band whose goal is to dominate the world through music. And this band was called Band-Maid.
This is crazy. The early stages.
Band-Maid didn't waste any time after finding enough members, as they started to perform live on July 24th, 2013, before Saiki even joined the band at Otsuka Deepa in Tokyo. They continued for 2 more shows before opening for Passport and Silent Siren on October 22nd, 2013 at Shibuya AX with their complete lineup. This was Band-Maid's first live. This venue could hold 1,500 people, so it was a great opportunity for our newly formed band. Band-Maid started to be more active on Twitter on July 19, 2013, to promote concerts and news about the band. Their YouTube channel had been created on October 22, 2013, and slowly grew over the years. Band-Maid also opened an Amiiblo blog that was deleted in 2016 to use the official website that we know today, even though it looked quite different from its current design. The management did a great job regarding the band's promotion in social media, but Band-Maid had trouble standing out and reaching more people. During the first 2 years, most of their concerts were empty. They struggled to build their own fan base, and the future of the band was very uncertain. Band-Maid tried to participate in Battle of the Bands with some other idol bands, but very few people from the audience were actually there for them, so they tried everything to expand their fan base. They promoted their merch every time they could. They took photos and thanked fans for coming to see them. Miku worked in a noodle cafe in Akihabara until 2016, and she also sold tickets by hand. The Noodle Cafe was a service operated by Platinum Passport, where you buy a cup of noodles and you can choose which idol will pour hot water into the cup. Then, you will have around 3 minutes to talk with her until the noodles are ready. Until the first one-man show in Shibuya Milky Way, Misa was very unsure about her future in Band-Maid and talked to the management about quitting. And for this particular concert, the management booked a venue and asked the members to invite at least 100 people. In the end, they managed to get around 50 of their friends and acquaintances in the front row. It was truly a dark time for Band-Maid. It was also around that time that they released the MV of Thrill from their first single, Ai to Jonetsu no Matadoru.
Breaking new gate.
Dude.
The song, released in November 2014, was different from what they usually do, and even very different from the main song of this single.
Yeah. Look, my heart is breaking because just seeing that there was a struggle and like seeing them now, it's crazy to me that they were struggling in general, and that there were moments like I remember watching the Misa documentary and seeing that Misa was unsure of staying in the band, but there was one concert they did that she was like, there's something special here. But I just feel sad that they had to go through that. But the thing is that they went through it, right? I know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but like watching this is like absolutely murder and killer, because I don't know, like I would have been that little teenage girl being near them, just like, I want to watch you guys perform all the time. I want to go to every concert. Like, I would have been there. I would have been there totally.
Thrill was a success on YouTube and was very well received during concerts. A few months later, on April 5th, 2015, Thrill was uploaded on a Facebook page called J-Rock Radio. This page introduced music from Japan like Visual Kei or metal bands to people from overseas, and the video gathered more than 1 million views.
Wow.
In 4 days. You know, in comparison, it took 17 days for the music video of Unleashed to hit 1 million views, and that was the fastest any Band-Maid video grew. The response of Band-Maid's social media from overseas fans was huge. So huge that they were afraid that their Twitter account had been hacked. They also opened their Facebook page on April 9th, 2015, following the success of Thrill. It literally saved Band-Maid, as they later learned that management was about to end their contract and that this single was going to be their last. It was also the shock Band-Maid needed to find their own path and start their world domination. From this moment, the band committed to make harder songs, and 1.5 years later, they played their first concert overseas in Mexico.
Yes, Queen, they went to Mexico first. I'm sorry, my like little Latina heart is like, you picked my people? Of course. Sorry, I shouldn't be celebrating that. Or maybe I should. I don't care. I'm excited for that. Look, I'm shocked. I did not know any of this. Well, maybe I knew a little bit, but I feel like there's no way my girls could have suffered or had to. They worked so hard. They've worked so hard. And the love that they got from overseas, no wonder they work so hard to, I'm not saying this in a bad way, but they work so hard to make the Masters and Princesses overseas and the ones that they have in Japan happy, because in a sense, they're kind of telling us that the reason why they're still doing what they do and they can do what they do is because of us, which is true. Oh my God. I'm so sad that they had to go through this, but oh my God.
皆さんこんにちは、ミカです。今日はスペシャルゲストをご紹介します。レディットでアクティブに活動していて、インタビューから MC まで数多くの翻訳をしてきた人です。皆さんきっとご存知の人ですが、声は聞いたことがないと思います。それではご紹介いたします。T シンジさんです。
はじめまして、T シンジです。私がもともと聴いていた音楽はファンクロックやファンクなどで、ハードロックやメタルについてはほとんど知りませんでした。2019年11月に以前から友人に勧められていたベビーメタの曲を YouTube でいくつか聴いたら、サイドバーにバンドメイドのスリルが現れました。そのサムネイルを見た瞬間、これはかっこいいに違いないと直感しました。音を聞く前からギャップのコンセプトが伝わったんです。実際にスリルを聞いて途中までは悪くないなくらいに思っていたら、ミサさんのベースソロでやられました。 次にダイスを聴いてミサさんのベースに完全に心を奪われました。私のようなファンクロックファンにとってミサさんのファンキーなベースは答えられない魅力があります。それからバンドメイドの MV を一気に見て、1週間後にはもう CD を注文してライブの予定をチェックしていました。
Nice. Yes.
ちょうどその時は東京近辺でライブがなく、次のライブはツアーファイナルの LINE キューブ渋谷だったので、すぐにチケットを買いました。また歌詞を見ながら聴くうちに小鳩さんの歌詞の素晴らしさに気づき、小鳩さんの大ファンになりました。小鳩さんの歌詞は内容もいいですが、何よりも音がいいんです。日本の曲では英語がよく使われますが、同じメロディーに英語と日本語を当てるのはかなり珍しいです。そして日本語で母音を落として変音節を作るテクニックが素晴らしいです。ここを8音節で歌っていますが、元の日本語は15音節あります。同じ年の12月、レディットを見つけてインタビューの英訳があるのを知りましたが、未訳のインタビューもまだまだたくさんありました。自分で英訳したいと思いましたが、私は英語ネイティブではないし、当時は音楽用語も詳しくなかったので、無謀ではないかと思いました。でも、小鳩さんが背中を押してくれたんです。もし小鳩さんが私の立場だったら、やれることをやるだろう、自分の想像さえ超えていくだろうと思ったんです。なので、もし私の翻訳が役に立ったなら、私ではなく、私に勇気をくれた小鳩さんに感謝してください。バンドメイドには人生を変える力があります。
そうですよね。T シンジさん、どうもありがとうございました。そしてバンドメイドさん、小鳩さん、多くの人の人生を素晴らしいものにしてくださりありがとうございます。うわー、もう30分近く経っちゃいました。ここでちょっとお休みにして動画の残りはまた来週見ることにしましょう。次回は作詞家小鳩さんのお話からしようと思います。ではまた次回、バイバイ。
Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, why is this hoodie not made? Excusez-moi. I need a hoodie made like this with the orange. It's cute. It's so cute. Sorry, immediately my fashion brain was like, yes, I need this. Okay, I also think it's cute that it was like, I think we should take a break and watch the rest of the video next week. My brain was like, oh, they're reading my mind. Dude, my heart is breaking for them in the beginning of this because, look, I know what it's like to go through periods of uncertainty, of being unsure of what your future holds and just not being sure of what you're doing and if it's going to work out. And sometimes you either have to just, not necessarily cut your losses, but make a decision of, am I going to stick with this because I love it, or am I going to leave it because I I have to find something else. And the hard part is hoping that people believe in you and everything. And then when you find those people that believe in you, you push and you continue to do it. And that's what the Maids did. They not only did they find their audience not necessarily in Japan, but they found it overseas, and it blew up, right? Which rightfully so. And hopefully, well, it seems like Japan has jumped on the bandwagon as well, but like it's one of those things that they didn't stop and they blew up, and that it's not necessarily just a stroke of luck, but they started doing what they wanted and creating harder music, and it pushed them into the spotlight. So good for them. This is going to be cool, jumping into it next week. Look, I said what I said. I want to hear what you guys have to say, and I cannot wait to jump into the next video. I would do it right now, but I'm currently recording this at 1:15 a.m. So don't judge me. I took a nap earlier and I couldn't go to sleep. And yes, my skin's freaking out again. Help. Send help. Actually, send me allergy medication. I'm sneezy, skin's reacting to everything. Help. But anyway, I'm excited to check out next week's video because I have a feeling it's only up from there, okay? Because seriously, I was immediately like, I was ready to cry. We can't keep crying in videos, okay? I can't keep doing it because I was ready to cry and be like, no, my girls, they can't, like, they are not supposed to experience failure. But like, that's how we grow as humans. And they seem like pretty damn awesome humans to me. So I'll leave it here. Let me know your thoughts down below, and let me know what you feel, how you feel about the things they've gone through in this first video. Cause like I felt like I was like, I can't watch my girls go through this. So let me know what your thoughts are. And yeah, as usual, like and subscribe, share with Patreon, Discord, Patreon, we're watching Zen, and liner notes for Scoop EP. And yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next Band-Maid Sunday Miku Kobato edition. All right, peace out.